Y'all can see the smoke on my ceiling. Y'all can see the smoke on the ceiling in my my walls a little yellow because they don't have a fan over my apartment stove. So I'm just pretty much breaking down the background. I really shouldn't be doing this shit because it takes away from what I'm my presentation. Peace to the nigga nation. Uh, I hope this morning finds you well. I decided to do a little different approach. I like to move around with it, see what kind of effects. Um, I guess the effect. See what kind of response. Yeah, what kind of response these approaches, these different approaches might receive. Damn, that ceiling is fucking with me. But fuck it, it's out here now. It's not my shit. It need to be painted. I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna paint it. Cause I've been here like a little while. Fuck it. Get to the point, man. So last night it was like 13 burglaries. Now I think most of these burglaries occurred in the same place, the Lincoln Park area. Um, you know, and they were primarily when they say burglaries, it wasn't necessarily home burglaries. It was and when you say burglary, it's not necessarily a robbery. Robbery can be like a stick-up type of situation, but burglaries are considered like invasions of businesses, and theft is generally taking place at that point. Now I think I might have said on my channel on this channel I said somewhere on this internet about how this is robbing season, but it's pretty much been robbing season this past these past few years since the pandemic funds dried up, since this money stopped circulating amongst the people. But on to add on to that. I mean, I can't be justifiably certain, but you have certain ingredients in a pot, and you have this particular type of pot. There's already certain ingredients existing within the pot, but now you have another segmented group that comes in to a particular area, and that particular group is not um, in a position where they are. Uh, let's say even situated. Let's say situated. They ain't got necessarily got no place to stay, no job, no resources. So they're here on the wing and a prayer. They're here by the grace of God, or by the favor of God's grace and thine earthly neighbor. And I'm speaking on the migrants, and not only that, they're pretty much uh, the resources that they are receiving comes from the Chicagoland taxpayer dollar. So currently, you have these situations, and you think, okay, well, this it's 13 burglaries, and there's been a rash of burglaries. It's somewhat remarkable, and these burglaries are occurring in major cities that I guess in some might consider sanctuary cities of that nature. Uh, Smash and grabs go on in California. That shit kicked off there, but you can't necessarily, like I say, I can't succinctly or directly or not without question or doubt, unreasonable, have reasonable doubt that these rash of burglaries might have be contributed due to the fact that there are an influx of poor migrants seeking sanctuary uh, in Chicago. But I mean, hell, you have to take consideration of all things. This has been a problem. This is a problem in our city, in the city. You have it's gotten to the point now. There was an altercation between the alderman and another black alderman. The apparently appeared to be Hispanic alderman was holding out the black lady alderman. The vote was on. Do we want should Chicago continue to be a sanctuary city? Harold Washington made Chicago a sanctuary city by executive order, and the same way he did it that way, it could be reversed. I don't know. Unitas, what's up, man? What's up, man? I'm here to talk a little, just out here chatting a little bit. I was going to make this a little bit of a breakfast show. I was about to fix me some breakfast. Uh, uh, my brothers say, the bed don't nobody love you enough to cook you breakfast. Then you also have to ask yourself, do you love yourself enough to cook you breakfast? Are you able to cook yourself breakfast? Are you relying upon an egg McMuffin or some other non-breakfast item? But I guess some people have different notions of what breakfast may be. You have some folks say, I need some fruit. Give me a little fruit. And what I'm doing is I'm breaking my fast. I'm going to fast. So break fast doesn't necessarily mean a big smorgasbord with the grits and the hash browns and the eggs and the pancakes and the waffles and the bacon and the sausage and all that, man. But hey, it's the American culture. The American culture is indulgence. So I'm going to indulge myself. I have some good old what I got here. I have the standard, the turkey bacon standard. I mean they fucking raping niggas on the price of this turkey bacon. Thank you, kind master. I blame the inflation on kind master Biden. I don't know if what Trump did today, man. The supply chain was going good. As soon as the kind master got in, the supply chain shut down, and this shit like this shot up. And I'm going to have I have a little bit of a Hillshire Farm smoked sausage here. I'm going to put this in the pot and sizzle that, and I'm going to have me a couple of eggs, and I'm going to also make me a quick pancake. I wish I had some fresh fruit. I usually like to throw blueberries in here. These are simple things, fellas. I don't know what type of upbringing you might have, what type of situations and circumstances you might have been involved in when you were a young boy, but survival skills, man. I mean, everybody ain't a consistent player. I mean, it's not like hell. A nigga like me, I could, you can find you a woman to do these type of things, but you also need to be able to do these things yourself. As a tip, as a pretty much as like I said, a benefit of self survival. So this is what I'm having for breakfast. But yeah, man, 12 burger. You have the situation with these migrants, man, and it's become it's been something that's very a bone of political contention, but because due to the fact you actually have people going out here and standing on courthouse steps and saying what the deal is. People are going to the council meetings, trying to figure out what's going on with it. They want to put tents outside. Why would you want to live in a neighborhood and you got to drive? You driving to work and you driving by people that's inside tents. It's already bad enough they got tents in front of the police stations and stuff. They still in the police stations. This was this was not feasible. Uh, you know, okay, well, this is the urban area. I guess reasonably you would think there might be a lot of places to stay, but evidently there's not. What's up with the suburban areas? Is sanctuary status only limited to the metropolitan Chicago area? It seems like it is. They say that one of them came on and said, well, they're eventually going to go out to further out to certain areas of Illinois. But hey, man, we trying to figure out what's they a lot of we. I'm gonna go ahead and put we in there, cause hell, I'm close enough to some of them places where they talking about putting these tent cities up and shit. We trying to figure out what's going on. We trying to figure out where all this money coming from. We trying to figure out where all this money going. But hey, I'll be seeing that, and y'all can look on my timeline, down my timeline. I've been talking about this. I've been talking about the migrant issue. I really started talking about it when the Ukrainian war came on because I knew they was dropping off Ukrainians up here. But that's white privilege, you niggas. So hey, they been white. Them white folks want white folks over here. Then white folks can come. But then y'all got to the point where y'all was not only sanctions on the country, the Venezuelans they got sanctions on them, and they got a bunch of oil. They can't get their oil off because of sanctions. So now we got to bring the poor people in because they can't get their imports off, their exports off. What up there, plug? Yeah, man. I got to rock the Huey, man. The Huey, you try to you kind of tap into a spirit when you see these icons. The Amos Wilsons. Even the Dick Gregory's, and the Huey P's, the Stokely Carmichaels, or the Kwame Ture. You say the what's my man who wrote the book about Die Nigga Die, whatever. Golly, God, I can't think of my man's name. I'm gonna think of it in a second, though. But he changed his name in prison. But he wrote the book Die Nigga Die, and I can't think of his name right at the top. It's on the tip of my tongue. But you got to have that spirit. You got to be able to recognize that spirit, and recognizing spirits and being able to know whether you're familiar with that spirit is how you are able to associate yourself with your kind. But yeah, man, this dude, this alderman, this Hispanic alderman, I believe he was Hispanic. He wanted to prevent the black lady alderman, and she's probably, I think she was the one. There's kind of like a viral video, maybe viral video where there were a group of ladies speaking in regards to the issue of the migrants in the city and the benign neglect on the Chicago citizens, the black citizens of Chicago. So this lady, this Hispanic alderman was blocking this lady from going in to give a vote on whether we want to continue with having Chicago being a sanctuary city. So this guy, he stepped down, whatever. But yeah, man. We trying to figure out. It's about to get cold. It's gonna get cold quick. It already got cold once, and them people scared to get cold. And them people and desperate people, they already saying that some of them, they already caught some of the poor young ladies. They out here hoeing already. Somebody put the pimp. I know they ain't self pimping. They out here. They got some of them out here already selling that box. Not only the fact was that early on when they first started coming up, one of the police officers supposedly impregnated one of them. And I'm not saying when I say one, I mean one of the migrants, one of the female migrants. You want me to be specific? They was staying in the police station, and the police officers, they come in, they looking around, they making sure they might have here's I got McDonald's, nigga buy buy spend $10 for a couple of value meals and be the bought his way. It'd be like $40 before the pandemic. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. But I was trying to think of his name before then, and it's not Stokely Carmichael because that's Kwame Ture. Um, damn, no, it's not. Nah, I'm gonna think of it. Fuck it. There's a couple of books. Yeah. It is. But H. Rap Brown. That's what I'm talking about. H. Rap Brown. So yeah, man. Not only this element to it, because these people they and we go back to me and Master Trump when he was campaigning, and he's talking about building the wall, and he said, they have murderers and rapists and thieves, and I'm sure some of them are very good people. But you have to, come on, man. Then you have all the black mayor. I'm sick with these black leaders too, man. You can't impress me with a nigga leader, no. And I can't even say that we can't impress me with one of these African American black Negro leaders. Like we had Lori Lightfoot, and she's a Democrat, and she should be a super liberal Democrat because she lives an alternative lifestyle. She's married to a woman, don't you know? And plus, she's a single mother. Well, no, I guess she's not a single mother. She whole bunch of confusing issues. But she was also she pretty much run, because when Trump was in, he was talking about build the wall. They were talking about the Muslim ban and all that shit, and the Democratic states, they were trying to get in position. So they were willing for anything. Police reform, yeah, we're gonna have police reform. We're gonna take accountability. What did the motherfucking See now, nigga, Kind Master said something about like we gonna have a task force. You know, you got to be careful whenever they talk about, just like when they talk about reparations. We gonna have a task force, and then we gonna have a panel, and we gonna get together a group of intellectuals or members of the clergy together, and we're going to have discussions about the feasibility of whether or not there's a possibility that there's an ability to pay reparations to the Negro or the descendants of the nigger people. But I think I went off into something else. But man, y'all, whoever listening to my sound of my voice lives and especially those people that live down, I guess in the Texas area, the border areas, and I guess maybe even, the Florida area, or definitely the Californias and shit like that, New York, that shit gonna spread out to. It's becoming a bigger problem, uh, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Uh, I don't, I'm getting, I think I got bashed over the head because of my apathy. And, you got, when I say specifically say apathy, I'm apathetic toward what's going on over there in the Middle East. You know, I, I can make an analysis of it, but if I make an analysis of it, I might be considered as anti-Semitic. And I don't, if you know, you know. I don't have to monologue about, okay, well, it's 10,000, it's thousands of them that's dead, 4,000, I think they say estimated children of them dead. You still looking for hostages? You talking about what guy who got killed at this particular time? You still looking for hostages, but now you're looking for. I don't want to get in it. We can pontificate online about it, but if I say something simple, if I simply say I don't care, I got I'm on nigga business. I don't give a fuck about them people. What they got to do with me? Both of them had complicity. They enriched themselves during the transatlantic slave period. Ask them when they get done, can they begin cutting the IOU or not even the IOU, but cut it. What they say? Cut the check. See, they start funding that reparative, that restoration of the children of the nigger slave. But yeah, something else. I know y'all been watching that Joe Smith shit and his wife. Because I said something about, I spoke on that shit earlier too. Joe Smith and his wife. Now, at first I thought, okay, well, when I was watching this, because I was confused, I was curious. He said, well, you knew how it was, or whatever. I'm like, huh? But then now comes out that she actually I think she's done adult movies per se. Um, and I guess she been with the business basically. It come out that she been with the business. Motherfucking scam like the phone don't never ring, but scam like they gonna call me when I'm on a roll in my life. Uh, so she come out with the video and she film it and Joe conveniently doesn't turn around. I guess Joe his facial expressions I don't think he would be able to pull it off. I guess he could pull it off with his back turned, but in the very beginning and to this point, I still believe that shit was orchestrated and fabricated for the purpose of promoting that aunties OnlyFans, sexy aunties OnlyFans. Then it's like okay, now they got this video. Now this shit going viral, and I guess I imagine people want to talk to Keisha, but you notice Joe ain't saying nothing. So Keisha's on a press run. I see Keisha Smith. I'm gonna call her Keisha Smith because her name Kish. Kish. I think her name Keisha. It's spelled like Keisha. I'm gonna say goddamn Keisha. She on the Mason and Cameron show, the Cameron and the May show. I guess Cameron, the sports show with them two and the lady on it. and they talking to her. This ain't got shit to do with sport. It is what it is, though, I guess. But they on the, well, I guess Joe, since that's why I don't watch. I don't be watching. I don't be watching just that. I don't be watching. Number one, I think is rigged. Number two is just like, white men paid niggas. I'm already paid nigga. Eh, this auction block and all. But she on Cameron's show. Cameron up there cheesing, you the cutter one of the cutter girls and the only fans, you know. Well, man, okay. I understand it's entertainment, but and I guess being lowball, being crude and niggerish per se. I guess if any behavior could be labeled niggerish, if you want to talking to a nigga, you want mac on a nigga wife on national. It's already a fine line. It's a fine line situation. It could fall apart at any time, and none would be the wiser. Y'all don't know about that Lance Star shit. Yeah, but it's already a fine line situation with the motherfucking relationship, uh, allegedly. So in my mind, I'm saying, okay, for her to come out and say, I got OnlyFans, and how you didn't let me know you had OnlyFans. Nigga, you know that when you married, evidently she was she was in the adult film star because she got two personalities. On another show she's talking about how she got two personalities. One was when she was fucking in the films, and now she got the one actor where she's fucking in the films. So now she gets to put the one where she was fucking in the films in a box at the bottom of the closet. While I guess she was a wife, and now she's discovered who Joe already knew she was per se. So Cameron on there shooting a shot at her, and I guess she doing a party, Yeah, and they could you come spend some money. It may or may not be me, but you're gonna be satisfied, You talking about you want to cut don't get fresh, young man. Uh, but yeah, so I guess I look at it like this. Okay, so you still promoting. You promoting this shit, and when we look at it like this, we talk about how these athletes they don't be having no guy. That goes back to the fact I was trying to point out. These niggas be on auction blocks. They might get these big ass contracts, but they also have pre-planned expenses. They gonna hit them with the big check, and then they gonna hit it with the big expenses. Whether it be like, okay, you didn't think you were spending this money like water, and you don't realize that you had this other basic shit that you had to spend money on, or whether they might hit you with, you got robbed and now you owe a tax bill type of scenario. So hell, look at it like he got a wife that's with the shit. He been known that she been with the shit. Uh, why would you need to turn the camera on to show the world show the world you telling me that you got OnlyFans? This shit is a commercial to me, and in my mind, the way it's being played, niggas is trying to clown Joe. Oh, Joe, you need some Joe. Joe might be the motherfucking Mac of the year, in my opinion. If my perspective is right, if my reading of Joe is right, he know what he got. He know what he working with. She got a last little shot of glory. She got one last flash, and for Auntie, got to go and either what how them freaks be talking about. She has to embrace the impact of the wall, or even better yet, just go on off and trot on off into greener pastures, Auntie, great Auntie. So yeah, I think it's all a play. Some people believe this shit real. Hey, that's fine and dandy, but I do not. It may come out that it is real, but however well it goes, it is what it is. These are the things that get us distracted, I guess you could say. But that's what it's all about. Under the type of system where we underneath is all about is bread and circuses. You get you be able to get your steady supply of bread and a plethora of circuses. it's something else. It's something else. I just can't think of what it is right now. But I sure do appreciate all y'all coming on, folks. I didn't start making my breakfast. I guess I have to do that. That's something I have to do just to film it, because it's difficult to try to captivate what the bit of audience I may have here, uh, what I'm talking about. But the round to carry back to the beginning, I put the link to the article about the rob talking about the robberies on there. But it's about to be cold in Chicago. It's about to be the holiday season in Chicago. They just bought the Christmas tree to raise in downtown Chicago. You know, motherfuckers don't even go down to the Mag Mile no more, because they done fucking decimated the shopping district in downtown Chicago. But that's a whole nother story. That's affiliated. That's equated to this story. You can't. I don't know what I would suggest that we rethink that. I guess I could consider myself a citizen. I've been here for a good amount of times. I would wish that they would rethink the sanctuary city status thing at this point. Whatever situation is going on in Venezuela, that needs to be addressed so these people can go back to their own homeland. They shouldn't have to run away from their homeland to where they had to depend on the graces of the least of these already in society. Speaking on the African American, the black, the Negro, the nigger folk like myself. That being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and make my breakfast. I gotta go work another 12. I just got off of 12. I hate. No, let me say, I appreciate my white man's job. But I'm gonna keep it a buck, cause I always talk this nigga, it's nigga room, the nigga nation shit. My nigga be talking about, y'all niggas gotta get up and go to work. Ooh, that shit be cutting my soul sometime, my nigga. I don't know if you gonna see this shit or not. You don't watch nobody, but ooh, you want to bring the Keisha out of Mr. Nigga? Ooh, yeah, nigga, I got to get up and go to goddamn work. I got to go to bed so I can get up later on tonight and go to work. United man, I appreciate you for fucking with me. Cross, thank you for coming through and fucking with me. Nigga Nation or nothing. Peace and love.